Update. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina, and I have to share with you guys the nerdy thing that I was doing all this morning. We talk about astrology a lot, and I feel like, some moon rising, we've got, a decent, but I've been digging in even further. So I started Googling, because I have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all in my second house. And I was
wow.
what does that mean?
I get so confused by the houses. Like literally, my brain gets tied up in knots.
Yes. So I started to learn what it means. Guys, it means I'm going to be incredibly wealthy.
I was going to say, that's your money house, isn't it?
Of course you are.
That's the money house. Yeah.
It's basically like Jupiter being expansive, Saturn being very, very productive, and then Pluto's energy in there. It's like you won't get instantly. It's like your hard work is going to pay off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because Saturn is Capricorn's planet, right? Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, now I need to know what other things. And I was like, well, I have Mercury and Venus in, I forget what house. And girls, the way you have to do this immediately, if not sooner.
I'm going to send you my chart and let you do it for me.
I'm serious. It was like, oh, Mercury and Venus are in this house. I'm going to have to look it up again so I can tell you, because they were like, oh, you have a really creative brain. Oh, fifth house. So it's a Mercury Venus conjunction in the fifth house often forms a Lakshmi Narayana yoga, symbolizing intelligence combined with artistic creativity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Sounds
girl.
about right.
Yeah. And I was like, and then it goes into more depth. And dude, you guys have to do this immediately, if not sooner.
Astrology does a really good job of putting your, showing you where everything sits. And
Yeah, maybe I just need to read mine more thoroughly, because I always get so confused, because I listen to I think her name's Eliza Kelly. She's got a podcast, so sometimes I'll listen to her podcast at the start of the week just to set my week, you know. And she talks a lot about houses and stuff, and sometimes she'll break it down and I'm still confused. I'm still confused about how to read my chart, so I need to just go through and actually read the synopsis of everything to try and figure that out. I would love to honestly pay for a reading. I would love to just have someone do it.
I
give
know
me
somebody
the deep dive.
who does it. Yeah.
I want a real astrologer to break down everything in my chart, and I want to be able to call her and be like, what does next week look like? What you know what I mean?
You know what I wish, because I'm about to have a birthday at the time that this episode comes out. My birthday will have happened. My birthday party will have happened, but I'm having a celestial themed birthday party, which I have to send you the outfit I bought. And I bought a head thing, a headpiece that has stars on it.
I love it.
And I wish I could hire an astrologer.
Oh, I know.
To do readings. Wouldn't that be so dope?
No, it is so dope. That's why I'm no shade on those royal courts and stuff that used to have. Fucking U.S. presidents used to have astrologers.
Reagan
in there.
and Nancy and Ronald Reagan. Maybe not the best example, because I do think it led them to do some pretty heinous shit.
Yeah.
And listen, I simply don't care if people are tired of hearing us talk about astrology, or they think we're dumb or fucking whatever. The world is on fire.
Fun.
The world is on fire.
Let us have
joy. Yeah, I need you to just stop. If I want to spend my hard-earned money being a day in, day out cog in the machine, paying somebody to read my chart, that's my business.
Yeah,
that's my business.
I just filmed a tutorial the other day, and I was like, if I just had stupid throwaway money, and I feel like this is where you guys would be like, I'm hiring an astrologer for a weekly reading, full stop. I want somebody who could come and do my makeup. I specifically the woman who does our makeup for our tutorials.
Oh my God.
No, I really want this woman. She does this kind of little soft, gentle massage on the face when she's doing the moisturizer.
Gorgeous.
I'm like, I want that. I want that woman.
Yes, I'll take
come
that
to my
too.
house every single day and do my makeup for work.
No, I want like a
That's
personal
what I want.
stylist. So I need a team, not just your makeup people. I need
was
a
going to
couple
talk about
people.
this at the end because I fell off of watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Things just got weird on there. But I went out, I saw our friends Jill and Vanessa recently, and both of them were watching it. So I was like, fine, I'll get back on this so that like I can get on a text thread with you guys and we can talk about this. And that is really one of the only Real Housewives franchises that's still like bougie, that is still like rich. Like those women all have glam squads. They all have glam squads. They have stylists. They have people who are traveling with them to Italy to put their closets together.
Yes. Yes.
And look, it's a lot. It's very Versailles court coded. However,
I
get it.
If it was, I get it. Exactly.
Yeah,
No shade.
I
I would do it. I would do it too. 1,000%. What other rich wishes do we have? I have a very simple rich wish. I want a trash can that you can't find in the kitchen.
Oh, I see. Like a hidden trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very doable.
Can't you just put one under the sink?
No,
But you
it's
want one
not
that's
tall
like
enough.
hidden into the cabinetry.
Into the cabinetry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that. You know what I would do if I had lots of money? Personal driver. I want someone picking me up and taking me everywhere.
Yeah.
I like driving too much, but I do
don't.
want a nice fancy car.
Yeah, driving. I have so much driving anxiety that I'm just like if I was on a road trip on an open road, that's different. But driving in the city,
love
pick
that,
me up. I'm gonna have champagne in the back. Pick me up, take me wherever I need to go. I don't want to have to worry about valet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I'm the weirdest one in the group on that because I really
Some
miss
people really like it.
driving.
Yeah, some people
I
really
love
love driving.
I love
I do.
I mean, Christina, when I first moved to LA, that was like our fun thing to do was go drive in the hills and look at all the fancy houses.
Well, I loved
Driving,
it. I too loved it when you lived here because you would drive
I did
me
drive
everywhere. You would always offer, like if we
Yes.
were meeting Christina somewhere because we lived down the street from each other, you
Can I
would
pick you
always
up?
offer to drive me. I was like, yes, you can. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
happy to.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that is. There are very few benefits to dating or being with a man, but one of them, in my mind, or at least on my list, is passenger princess.
Oh, I am a passenger princess 100%. Like, yeah.
Chris is my passenger princess.
Yeah. I was also your passenger princess.
Yes,
it was
you were.
lovely.
Yes, you were, and you could anytime, girl.
Oh man.
I even got new glasses so I can see the road and everything.
Amazing.
that's
I actually
good.
noticed your new glasses. They're very cute.
I like them.
Yeah. You've got good glasses.
Well, what else is going on in the world in the future? This is the end of March. So do we want to speculate?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know
I
if I want to
don't.
speculate where
Because
my brain
technically,
goes.
right now, I should be, as you're listening to this, I'll be in Tenerife in Spain. Lovely, darling. But I should be flying home from this trip to get on a plane to go to Dubai. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do not think that trip is going to hold. So.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to speculate positively. I'm going to say,
I am in Dubai.
Yeah, you're in Dubai. We've achieved world peace somehow in the next 3 weeks.
Oh, the aliens have come.
The aliens have come.
No, I did
Yes.
see a TikTok. There's some guy, I don't know his name or his backstory or whatever, but a lot of people in the comments seem to think that he's tapped into some alien force that tells the future.
What does he have to say? I'll listen. Look, at this point.
He said, if the female wins, so this was in July of 2025. He said, if the female wins, the year before. Anyways, before the election, if the female wins, there will be open contact. If not, it will be the destruction of the United States and World War III.
Oh, well.
So,
Christina, what the fuck?
Yeah.
we were on a positive trajectory.
Yeah.
That was really upsetting.
Like
if you're listening to this, we're still here, and
Yeah.
I guess that's good.
For now, I guess, Oh, we shouldn't be like truly. This is Gallows Humor entirely. I want everyone to know that we are so very aware of how bad things are right now. This is complete Gallows Humor. But I mean, what else do you do? I mean, I guess the only thing, and this is a message I would like to get across, is like, I have been having conversations with people who are very, very stuck, understandably, in how bad things are right now.
Yeah.
And how scary they are, how uncertain, how much there's like a lack of empathy, compassion in the world, in our leadership, et cetera, et cetera. And it's bad. It's bad. There's no like diminishing that. But I do encourage everybody to, because it's widening circles, right? And I do encourage everybody to kind of zoom in, like take a zoom in, notice the beautiful things that are happening in your life, in your community, in your circle of friends, because we cannot become like apathetic and hopeless. It doesn't help us to
You're
do
right.
that.
The one way that we can win and we can get through this situation is through our humor and our love. They can't, that's the thing, that they can't stop me from spreading joy and optimism and love out there. And the more that we can cultivate friendships and, be there for our community, that they can't get that away. Look at what is happening in Minneapolis and how that community has showed up and showed out, and they can't fucking stop it,
Yeah.
And they will
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they will try and destroy that. That's the thing. So when you give in to that like really deep sense of hopelessness and apathy, you are kind of giving in to what they want. Like they want you to feel hopeless. They want you to feel like, well, I just can't make a difference anyway. And also fuck everybody and like fuck all these people. And if you feel that way, it's much harder to create a sense of community that can come together, that can do something.
Yep.
So I fucking get it. I am not minimizing how scary it is, how bad it is, how much people are suffering right now and the potential for future suffering. Like it's real.
And you'd be surprised too, in moments like this where I feel really fucking hopeless and angry and sad. I go and I buy a bunch of canned goods and food.
Oh yeah.
And I put it in our local food bank.
Oh yeah.
In our food bank.
Listen,
little things like that, like little things that you can do for your community or just giving helps. It really helps.
It's scientifically proven. It is scientifically proven. I've fallen off of this, and this is something that I should get back into, but I used to listen to the Tara Brach podcast all the time, who is a longtime mindfulness coach, as well as she has like a PhD in psychology. And it is scientifically proven that helping people, it motivates you. It makes you feel better. Like it is being generosity, compassion, empathy, gratitude. All of these things, I realize they sound to people who are very cynical, like kind of woo-woo-y, silly kind of things to talk about, but actually they genuinely have a very positive outcome, not only on yourself, but on communities whenever you lean into that.
Yeah.
So if you want to be selfish about it, being generous it actually does really positive things for yourself. On like a psychological, neurological, physiological level. So
that's my recommendation. It does feel good. Well, we had to skip the FMK last week. It finally broke us. It was too much of a
crippled us entirely.
It was too random. It was too but we did kind of talk about at the end of the podcast last week, like those like old school nerds, like head of franchises, Nathan Fillion from Firefly, and Kyle McLaughlin of Twin Peaks. We need one more, but I feel like we should find one more and complete that nerd night FMK.
Oh, yeah, a nerd night.
I think it's. I feel like we can't do Alan Tudyk but he's so.
We
perfect
could if
for
we wanted
this.
to.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Because
in
we could
Resident
say-
Alien.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I've got no issues with
Because
that.
I know that's two technically from Firefly.
Meh, whatever. It's our podcast.
Exactly.
You want to do something different? Start your own fucking podcast. Jesus Christ. We've been doing this for fucking 8 years now.
Yeah. Look, you're you know what? You're lucky you're getting an FMK. So you take that and you enjoy it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well,
Alan
I've met-
Tudyk. Whew.
I've met Alan Tudyk because
Lovely.
He is lovely. He's incredibly
He seems
nice.
lovely. They all seem lovely.
Because I did Comic-Con with the cast of Resident Alien, and yes, all of them very lovely. Alan, incredibly lovely, very sweet, just genuinely a nice,
Cute in real life.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yeah.
bet.
Looks
Yeah.
exactly
And
like he does.
That's usually, that's not my type. I don't like a fair gentleman. I'm not, I don't usually go for blondes.
A blondie. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. No, but
He's
is
almost
cute.
a ginger though, right? Like
Yeah, it's like a
bit.
strawberry blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I would
usually
definitely
either.
still categorize him as a blonde, but more strawberry-ish blonde. Yeah.
Kyle McLaughlin, hilarious, right?
Hilarious.
Oh
Also,
my God.
yeah. Okay, I won't because I do know his sign. I don't know the signs of the
Okay,
other
well,
two,
let's just
but-
do it because then it's not fair.
Okay, I know his sign. I don't know the other two, so let's look.
Okay,
them
I'll
up.
look up Alan's.
Okay, I'll look up Nathan's.
And I'll look up Kyle's because I don't know it.
Okay.
And I was already looking him up anyways to see how to spell his name.
Oh, okay. This makes sense.
Okay. Oh, okay. March 16th, he's a Pisces. Alan Tudyk is a Pisces.
So is Kyle
So is
McLaughlin.
Kyle McLaughlin.
So not shocked by that at all.
Nathan Fillion is a March Aries.
I knew it.
So
I just
he's-
fucking knew it. I knew.
So they're all of their
So-
birthdays are real close together.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Because Alan's is March 16th.
Right. March, and his is end of February.
McLaughlin?
Kyle McLaughlin?
Yeah, he's on the
Yeah.
cusp. He's on the cusp. So
Of
he's
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Which makes so much
Pisces.
sense. Yeah, so much sense. The weird little
So
alien.
much
Yes.
sense. Oh
Our
my
little.
gosh.
And his moon is in Leo, and his rising sign is Leo.
Boy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know any of the
His
auxiliaries.
moon and rising are in Leo.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me.
What a little weirdo. I love him.
Okay.
A little sensitive weirdo.
Let me see. Oh, Nathan Fillion's sun and moon is in Aries. Let's see what his rising is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It makes sense.
Oh, his ascendant cannot be determined. I guess they don't know.
Yeah,
what
they don't
time
know.
he was born.
Yeah.
All right, but sun and moon in Aries. Okay.
I'm not having problems.
I will say this about
Yeah, AstroSeek will give you all the deets if you see that link.
I will say this about Kyle McLaughlin. He strikes me. Now I don't know the man as a healed Pisces man. Which that's really what it comes down to always, right? Like when we talk
Yes.
about astrology and we make these broad generalizations about certain signs, if you are a healed version of just about any sign,
Yeah.
you're going to have dominant traits or whatever, but likely there's a lot of you're leaning into your more positive traits. So like a healed Pisces man is going to be sensitive, but not like overly emotionally manipulative or
Right.
something like
Right,
that.
right,
Right.
right.
So that is the vibe that I pick up from Kyle McLaughlin.
And he's a little silly pants.
Little
being on
silly
the cusp.
belly. Yeah.
cusp of
Yeah.
Aquarius and likes to be performer with his Leos. You know,
So Alan is a Pisces and his moon is in Scorpio, and I'm not seeing anything for his rising.
Maybe they don't have his birth time. You can search. Sometimes I will search rising sign because it doesn't always come up on the actual chart. So sometimes I have to search it separately. But okay, so a lot of water. Ooh, we got a lot of water. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to marry Kyle McLaughlin because I think he's the most balanced. I think he's the most balanced. And we've got 2 Pisces here. I cannot marry the double Aries. Appreciate you.
that's going to be a good lay, though.
Yes, gonna fuck him for sure. I love Alan Tudyk. I think he's a cutie pie. Love him. Seems like a sweetie pie. But between him and Nathan Fillion, gonna fuck Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
And he's keeping it tight too. I saw those
looking
TikToks.
hot.
Yeah.
Looking sexy. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so.
I watched
they
Castle.
better not fuck us over. Oh, Castle? Yes. Listen, I watched he's got me watching some
Propaganda.
propaganda bullshit.
Yeah.
Just
because
he's
he's
so
hot.
So
yeah,
charming.
he's so
I know.
funny.
Yeah.
I know.
I love
Yeah,
and he's
worth it.
so funny. He's so wry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's got a wry sense of humor.
Unfortunately, my heart is like, do I want to marry Nathan Fillion? Even though I know it's a big mistake.
Such a mistake for you.
Sometimes we make intentional mistakes on
Christina,
this podcast.
you're not
and
going to
it's
like to hear this. You're not going to want to hear this.
Uh-oh.
Tough
Because
love.
I know.
Tough
I
love
know,
corner.
I know that your heart is in all the places except for this.
I know.
But Alan Tudyk is your man.
I know.
He's the most Eric like, and he is the most.
is.
He's going to take care of you.
You're right.
Yeah.
I know.
Even that Scorpio moon, which I understand can be like a little bit scary, I actually think is good for you because that's where first of all
gentle.
it is a water sign and
But
it's
protective.
living in that space of emotion. It's protective, but it has that hard like a scorpion. It's got that like hard outer shell, so it's
You're
not going to be
so
so
right.
gentle with you that you're going to be like, ugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let your friends choose who you're dating because you guys are so 1000% right. You have a gentle giant protecting you.
Yeah.
And he is tall. Yes.
Oh, is he really tall?
Yeah, he's tall.
Oh, okay.
Not like extreme, like
Okay.
like holy shit, but he's tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm like 5'4", so I mean like.
Oh, you're
mean,
like,
yeah, same,
he's tall.
same.
He's like
Tall to
5'9".
me. Yeah.
Listen, you've seen him in a show with a friend of ours who's also the same height as us. So
yes,
you
yes,
do know
yes.
he's like
He's
how
tall.
he's compared to Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Height.
Kyle McLaughlin
I
is
think-
just like so. I don't know. Like,
He's 6 foot.
ooh,
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is perfection.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think Kyle McLaughlin's tall too. I think all these guys are. Pretty
I'm not
tall.
worried about any other heights.
Yeah.
Like I would anyway, but like
Yeah.
I think you guys probably should help me on this one because I'm probably going to make a poor choice as well because
Nathan
You
Fillion.
wanna marry Nathan Fillion?
6'2".
Who?
Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah, he gives me tall. Okay, now you have to tell us how tall.
I'm looking.
I know, Cassie. I know you want to marry Nathan Fillion, and
What is
I
wrong with
don't think
me?
it's nothing.
Oh,
he's
we're
hot.
we're taking you to tough love corner.
I know.
I don't think it's a good call. I don't.
I know.
But here's
It's
the
gonna be
thing.
Kyle
I don't.
McLaughlin, isn't it?
I do. Yes.
Yeah, I do
It
think
is.
that
For
that's
you.
your silly
Yeah.
Billy. You guys would
You
have the
need-
funniest inside jokes.
God
He's
damn
got
it, you're
a
right.
fire. He's got fire in his chart. He's gonna be more.
And he's on that
know.
cusp of Aquarius, which I
little
fucking
weirdo.
love.
Love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, I think
And
that's
that Leo energy, like you guys
Exactly.
are going to be life
Okay.
of the motherfucking party
so
wherever.
yes. You're gonna be on the dance floor.
Your
But I'm
dinner
gonna-
parties are going to be sought
So
after
fun.
invites.
We're
Yes.
playing celebrity.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Mafia in your household. So fun.
He's always down
Yeah.
to host. He's always down to do games.
Yeah.
He's always down to for the escape
Okay.
room. He's
sold,
your
sold,
buddy.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold. I love this for me.
right.
But I am gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion.
We all are. We're all fucking
We're-
Nathan
we're
Fillion,
all-
right?
yes,
Yeah, of course.
yes,
Of course.
yes.
Wait, how tall is Kyle McLaughlin? Did we look that up?
6 foot.
Oh, he's 6
We're
foot.
all
Yeah. Got
all
it.
baddies.
Great.
Yes,
Great.
exactly.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
can't go wrong. No shade to any of these men. No shade to any.
No,
of these men.
you really
They're all
can't.
amazing.
Because
Yeah,
I
can't
do.
go
I
wrong.
want to be friends with Kyle McLaughlin. I would love to be invited
and
to
I want to be friends
dinner.
with Alan Tudyk.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Sweetie pie.
Yeah, that was a very good palate cleanser from the chaos of the last few.
Yeah, it was. The cards have been getting. I don't know. It feels personal. Every week they get like a little bit more unhinged, and I'm
like, really?
What's happening? Yeah. They're like, we weren't meant to be used in this way, and we don't appreciate it.
Like that's not.
spoken.
You need to check the rules that came with us because this is not what we were
Signed
built
up for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
Well, you guys want to take 5, and then we'll come back with stories.
Sounds
Yes.
good.
And we're back. Okay, Cassie.
Okay, so the story says trying to rekindle. So this isn't like so much as a date as it is a trying to rekindle with a girl. So he says, I wasn't a favorite of her parents. The plan was to go snow skiing for the day. She had just finished college and there was a
Snow
confusion.
I've never heard it said like that.
As opposed
Snow
to
skiing.
as opposed to water skiing, but
I
also
get it, but I feel like if you say skiing, people assume snow
No.
skiing.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I've never heard anyone say I'm going snow skiing before. Like if they're going water skiing, they say I'm going water skiing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but if
okay.
you're going skiing, you're going skiing.
Going skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So this is numbered for us. Number 1.
Gotcha.
She had just finished college and there was confusion over where I was supposed to pick her up. I went to her parents' house. She was at her apartment in another town, 30 minutes away. Number 2, roads were slick, spun out the car in the middle of the road. Fortunately, didn't put it in the ditch. So it was kind of a non-event. Number 3, got to the ski hill, went to buy lift tickets, and then came back out to the car to get our equipment. I'd locked the keys in the car.
Oh no.
Twiddled our thumbs for 90
I had a
minutes.
fear that I locked my keys in my car and I don't have my spare key. And I was like, oh my God, I was so scared that I had like gotten it. And not only that, my dumbass had left the car running. And so I was like, did I just lock my fucking keys in my car and leave the car running?
Speaking of key fobs, I learned that a now common crime is for people to drive like through neighborhoods and they're able to duplicate your key fob. So, and I learned this because, well, I work in partnerships and one of the partners I was speaking to is like a Faraday bag. Like you can get backpacks, fanny packs, wallets, etc. Because then people won't be able to duplicate your key fob. But because they do it in big cities because no one knows their neighbors. So basically, like they'll duplicate your key fob, come back in a few minutes after you've already gone inside and whatever, and then just go and steal your car.
Wow.
Fuck. Ugh.
I mean, that's why I'm going to hold on to my old ass car. Nobody wants that thing. Nobody wants it.
I do like the idea of a Faraday backpack, though.
Yeah, where they can't like get into your computer, your credit cards, your all of that stuff.
I like that idea.
Nuts.
Got to the ski hill, bought the lift tickets, locked keys in the car, twiddled our thumbs for 90 minutes waiting for the locksmith. Number 4, I don't even remember skiing. I assume that was okay. Number 5, on the drive home, car started malfunctioning and I could not drive more than 25 miles per hour. And it was a 150-mile drive home.
No. Oh, Jesus, how long did that take?
no.
Shoot me.
Nightmare.
Yay. I took that as a sign as it wasn't meant to be.
My God. Truly.
You're like,
Although-
you know what? I get it, universe. I get it. I get it.
But that's kind of the risk you take when you go on a date, like a winter sport date.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing of it is that you're like, okay, I'm familiar with this person. I'm comfortable with them. I already know them. We're going to see if we can rekindle something. You know, it's a 50-50 shot. And
Yeah.
And the universe
it's
was
not
like,
the first date
no.
for me. Yeah.
no.
Skiing? No.
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 But yeah.
Snow
so
skiing?
Snow skiing. I never
skiing.
thought about this before. It's funny how that hit you.
Okay. So this one shares their most unhinged date story. She says, I met a guy online dating. After some time talking via text and phone calls, we decided to go on a date. At this time, I was a very new driver and practically petrified to drive anywhere. So when he offered to pick me up, I stupidly said yes. This was pre-AI times, so I wasn't expecting his photos to have been so carefully edited, or God knows what he'd done to them. But
No,
he looked
look,
very different in person.
Going back to the Chris conversation, first of all, I have to say, I know this is weeks ago now. I was not able to edit that carousel, so I did add the Chris pictures to the following weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the name of that episode had something to do with jazz. So go find that one and you'll find the Chris pictures if you're still looking for those.
Good for jazz.
Good for jazz.
Good for jazz. That's exactly right. But what a scary time. Like, we thought catfishing was bad before. Now these motherfuckers can catfish you with their own face.
Yeah.
And I know we could do that before with filters and, like you're saying, like careful editing and stuff. But now it's like literally they can run it through AI and be like,
oh yeah,
just give me
so uncanny valley.
Slightly, it's so
it is
weird.
I still like there are definite tells with AI videos and photos.
Yeah,
there really is like
there is
just an inkling of something's just not right. But I mean, we're in a time right now where you do kind of have to scrutinize to find that. You know, it won't be long before that will just be...
I've been fucking burned. I sent a... this will make our editor laugh because I sent it to him and his wife. We send each other things. We always send each other like cute animal things, I feel like. And so I was like, look at this duck and this dog cuddling. This is so fucking cute. And his wife, Sarah, was like, this is AI. And I was like, how dare you, first of all? And then I went into the comments and they were like, yeah, ducks don't blink like that. I was like,
well, see, now you've learned something.
I've been fooled.
I got another one of those stupid slipper ads. And it was like,
my boyfriend, not today.
I
Get
was
me
like,
once.
not today, Satan.
Yeah.
No, ain't me.
Fool me once,
it
bitch.
ain't me.
No, we are the old people on the internet. That's where we're at now. Yeah, truly. And so now I don't trust anything. I see something cute and I'm like, if this is AI, I swear to fucking God.
Yeah.
There are a few accounts that I trust. Like I saw a video of this like big burly, he's a hairdresser. I should send it to you, Cassie. He's like, but he reminded me of Chris because he's like a big burly man with knuckle tattoos and like a big beard. But he's like a hairstylist. And he found a teeny tiny mouse outside of his salon, like teeny tiny little baby. And like kept it, like fed it. And now he keeps the mouse in the salon. Like it's his pet.
In his beard.
And he like it hangs out. It hangs out like under his beard, like in his chest hair.
I love
like
it.
to like cuddle up. It's so fucking cute. But when I first saw it, I was like, that mouse is too cute and too small. I can't trust that this isn't AI. But it was from the dodo, so I was like, it has to be real.
Yeah,
it has to be real because it's from. So there's still.
You know, the ones that piss me off are the ones that are like when the dogs pick their owner in the shelter. I was so pissed to find out all those are fucking they're all AI.
Shut your mouth.
I saw one where the dog picked everyone like went around in a circle and I was like, oh no,
shut up.
Oh my God, fuck me, dude.
I believed it too at first. I was like, oh, these are so cute. And then somebody was like, these are clearly AI videos. And then it's like pointing out all the shit. I'm like, God damn it.
Why?
Oh my God. Armageddon. Anyways, this is pre-AI times. He looked a lot different in person. I knew instantly we weren't going to amount to anything, but I was in the man's car en route to a pub, so I just let it run its course. This whole evening was so awkward. He kept trying to push me to drink, which I never do on dates, and definitely not with a stranger. We were in the pub's garden at a table smoking, and to our right was the pub's dining area. So the whole dining area has floor-to-ceiling windows, so people could look outside whilst eating, and the place was filled to the brim. At this point, the awkwardness has dissipated, and we found ourselves in a friendly conversation. I thought, maybe perhaps we could at least be friends. And he then proceeds to tell me I have something on my eye. Now, me being the poor, unfortunate, sweet summer child that I was, I didn't realize it was a ruse. I closed my eyes for him to pluck the foreign body from my eyelash, but a voice in my head said, wait a damn second, something's not right. I opened my eyes to find his face flying at me, tongue already wiggling outside of his mouth, ready to share germs with me.
No. Deception. No, sadly, this is also something that would work on me. I don't think I'm a terribly naive or gullible person, but when it comes to things like that, I just trust. I just trust.
Who's gonna lie about that?
So,
Of course, me though, I'm like, where? I'll get it.
yeah, where is it? Where?
Yeah, and also, like, who leads a kiss tongue out?
Ugh.
I don't know, but we've had a few
hate
stories
that.
like
I
that. We've had
hate
a few tongue forward kisses.
No.
You have to ease your way into
That's
the
right.
tongue.
That's
The
right.
tongue comes, you can't lead with it. Also, the tongue is a very powerful muscle. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like,
I can lift weights with my tongue.
I have never dodged something so fast on instinct before in all of my life. I went flying out of my chair, tripping over my own feet. My drink went into orbit before crash landing on the patio, and the birth of my social anxiety started from that moment onwards.
Honey, look, same. Would feel the same way. However, we have to shift the narrative. That is his shame.
Yeah, not yours.
That is not your shame. Okay.
But if nobody saw what else happened, they just saw my ass fly out of my chair and
normalize being like this motherfucker.
trying to kiss me with his tongue out.
Yeah, it's his fault.
I was mortified. He was mortified for different reasons. No part of my energy or actions signaled I was ripe and ready to smooch him, but he clearly wanted to just try his luck.
Well, of course, if you have to try and trick someone into kissing them, they weren't ready to kiss you, bro.
Yeah. I hate it. To add insult to near injury, at least 5 of the 8 tables in clear view of us saw the whole situation and were loudly laughing at the awkward show they got to see with their dinner. We had to walk past them to get back into the building, which felt like I was walking the long mile to my death. We left not long after, thankfully, and well, he ended up being a little bit of a light stalker for a while. Ooh. Needless to say, I no longer allow dates to drive me.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Speaking of that, that's a perfect segue into my story. Wow. Okay. We met in a bar and exchanged numbers. After chatting for about a week, we agreed to meet up for a date. He offered to drive us to a nice-looking restaurant that he picked out. I agreed, but in an effort to be safe, I told him I would meet him in a parking lot and we could go from there so he wouldn't know where I lived.
Yeah.
Smart. The day of the date came and I got into his car. Things were pleasant enough, but a little first date awkward. Conversation was just so he ended up letting me play DJ. I found a playlist I liked and kind of zoned out for a while. When I clocked back in, I realized we had been driving for a pretty long time. I had looked up the restaurant before the date and knew that it was a ways away, but when I looked at the signs along the highway, it seemed like we had gone too far. I told him that I thought we missed our exit and passed the restaurant. He just smiled and said, "Oh, we're not going there."
No
surprises.
The thing. Don't meet in the
surprises.
parking lot. Baby, meet at the restaurant. Baby, you were
Yeah,
halfway
but
there.
I mean, I do understand it. It's like, I don't know. I guess you're talking to somebody for a week and you're trying to be safe. You're like, don't pick me up. But yeah, we can go together or whatever. But I immediately felt my heart rate pick up. I asked where we were going and he said it was a surprise.
Nope.
Mind
I don't like
you,
surprises.
Not with
this
strangers.
is a first date. Yep. This is a first date with a man who is basically a stranger, and we are on a highway traveling 60 miles per hour up the Colorado mountains.
No.
I tell him I need to know where we're going. He just smiles and doesn't say anything. I am panicking a little at this point. I told my friends where I was going earlier that day, but since plans had changed and I was feeling uncomfortable, I take out my phone to let someone know what's going on.
Dude, life360.com/my worst date.
Yeah, we should contact them.
I wish.
But I take out my phone to let someone know what's going on. Because we were heading into the mountains, I had no reception.
Oh, no.
At this point, I am feeling my palms get sweaty. I start freaking out and raising my voice that he needs to turn around and take me home right now.
Or just pull over. I'll figure it out.
At which point he gets angry and says that I'm going to ruin the surprise and I need to chill out.
Nope.
I'm looking around to see if there's any way I could get out of the car if I needed to, or if anything, anything I could use as a weapon. My heart is going 1,000,000 miles a minute and I finally start hyperventilating. I think I must have blacked out a little because the next thing I remember, we're on the side of the road and I'm leaning out of the car with my head between my knees. He's rubbing my back, and when I look up at him, he looks genuinely shocked and worried and asks me,
fucking idiot. You're
what's wrong and if I'm okay. No, I'm not okay. I say he needs to take me home. We turn around and he explains that there's this great fancy restaurant that he wanted to surprise me with in the mountains. I Googled it later and it does exist, but I couldn't believe how utterly clueless he was that a woman would feel unsafe in a situation like that.
That's exactly right. This guy is a fucking idiot for not even thinking like
an asshole. Like you
lacking empathy 1,000%.
Yes. After I got home and had a chance to cool down, I texted him and let him know that I wouldn't be able to see him anymore. He took it well and apologized for scaring me, but men, please get a clue. Dating can literally be life or death for women.
Jesus.
And that is so true. Like,
yes,
in his mind, he's like, this will be a great surprise. I've got this
super
great
fancy. Yeah.
I want to surprise her with this place. She doesn't fucking know you. You're on a highway. She can't get out of your fucking car. Like, you're in the mountains. We just talked about Alpine divorce not that long ago.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
You got me fucked up. And again, it is completely like, it's something that, again, I don't understand that men don't get at this point.
No clue.
How do you not understand? Because they're going through life being like, well, I'm a good guy. So she's got nothing to be worried about. She doesn't fucking know that.
Well,
she doesn't know you.
I don't know if they just are raised with like a profound lack of empathy for. I don't.
They
know
just
what
don't
that
go
is.
through life feeling like they have to be scared like that all the time. You know, people pointed out, and I know we talked about this. We touched on it off mic, and then didn't really go into it, but the whole thing that happened with Shia LaBeouf, which can we just officially say? Fuck Shia LaBeouf at this point.
No, abso-fucking-lutely.
We gotta be there at this point. Look, and I gave that man the benefit of the doubt because I was like, hard upbringing, child star, alcoholic, whatever. But you've abused multiple women at this point.
Yep.
And then also
you're mega homophobic.
Cannot stop fucking up. And then in the interview that he just gave, what he said was he was like multiple people reported that he was like throwing around the F slur in NOLA when he got arrested because he was there for Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
And there was a big gay scene there and he was there with everybody. And he was like, he gave an interview where he basically said, sorry, I thought that these big gay men were scary because they were like, he interpreted that they were like hitting on him or whatever. And he felt intimidated by it. And it's like, first of all, and he's like, if that makes me homophobic, so be it. It does. You're a piece of shit. But outside of that, what it tells me is that men are fucking capable of understanding
when
they're in a situation where they're with somebody who might be sexually attracted to them, who could physically overpower them. They understand what that is. Mm-hmm. They just choose to ignore it when they could possibly be the person that the other person could be afraid of.
Well, it's also just a complete lack of respect that some men have for women as human beings.
Truly.
On their level. You know what I mean? Like, we're over half the population of the globe. And I made a joke that like they just started studying women's health 2 days ago, but it's not being that hyperbolic. When you think about it, not really.
Mm-mm. Like in relation to the history of humanity. Yeah, not really. Yeah. And obviously, Shia LaBeouf we got to let that guy go. We got to let him go.
It's time.
I don't care how good of an actor he is. That man needs to live a quiet life away from cameras.
Yeah, and women, honestly.
And other humans in general.
Proud of Mia Goth for leaving him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, you guys want to take 5 and then we'll come back with stories?
That
Yes.
sounds good.
Cool. Or the Tainted Love, whatever we're doing.
Leave that in, Thomas.
Exactly.
We're just hanging out, chit-chatting.
And we're back. And I have the Tainted Love. And okay. So first of all, there's going to be a lot to be like, what the fuck about in this story.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of moments where you're going to be like, you're going to find yourself, I don't want to say rooting for, but you're going to find yourself feeling a way.
Okay.
And I think what I want us to remember is this person is a bad person. And I think that it's going to be easy to make kind of quips and jokes as we move along. But at the end of the day, I want us to maintain that this is a very awful human being who did awful things.
Got it.
Cool. Gallows humor.
Exactly. So I found this story kind of randomly. I was looking at oh, Crime to Remember. I haven't watched a Crime to Remember in a long time.
Can we have a moment for a
Yes.
Crime to Remember? Because that show is so fucking good. They do reenactments
It's
the
so
best way
Yes.
that you could do reenactments. Like, because reenactments are often like, ugh,
Dude,
you know what I
an
mean?
ID reenactment, sometimes I'm like,
Nightmare situations.
oh my God, Party
Yeah.
City wig and
Party City wigs, and also
Totally.
you're like, did you just pull someone off the street because they look nothing like the person that
Yes.
they're supposed to be reenacting? Crime to Remember, whoever is doing their like makeup costuming, great job.
So I don't think there's any new episodes. And it was one of those weird things. I think I saw it. At any rate, I was kind of going, I was like, oh, Crime to Remember. I haven't seen this in a long time. And I found one, I was like, this is interesting. And I always do okay, what's this one about? And then search like, who's it about? And then kind of do like the soft dive on like, what's the story? Does it make sense? Does it Tainted Love, et cetera, et cetera? And I was like, holy fucking shit. I have to see this fucking episode. So much so that I ended up getting Discovery Plus on my account because as a trial, just so that I could see this episode, because you can't just find it apparently. There is a guest appearance by the lovely Sharon Kilgariff in this episode who talks about this story. I got a lot of information from this, but I also found a lot of information on Kansas City Star to name one, Unsolved Mysteries to say for another, and then CBC. So I have a lot of little resources. All the resources can be found, of course, in our show notes on our website.
Can I just say that, like, I think about that time that we met Karen Kilgariff all the time. I know. And
I wasn't there, and I think about it all the time.
I know. And it's one of those situations where I'm like, you look back on and you're like, I wish I had said different things. I wish I'd been more witty. I wish I'd been more like,
yeah.
We've been dancing all night, drinking free Spotify drinks. I wasn't in the zone. I didn't think I was going to meet her that night. It was fine, but you know, I look back on it and I'm just like, I could have been funnier.
Yeah,
wittier.
I just interviewed somebody for an ad ops position at my job that had worked at exactly right from 2020 to 2024, and I was like,
wow.
Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm going to tell you the story about Sharon Kinne. Sharon was born Sharon Elizabeth Hall on November 30th, 1939. In 1956, at 16, Sharon Hall met James Kinne, 21. They met at a church social, and they married very quickly after. James' family, James Kinne's family, is LDS, and they were very religious, probably why they got married very quickly. Sharon wasn't. And in fact, the family was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But Sharon does convert to LDS to make, the family happy. She's Miss Big Dreamer. Sharon's like, grew up small town, Missouri, Independence, Missouri, which is outside Kansas City. Sharon converts to LDS for the family, everything's all hunky dory, but she is 16. They soon after end up having a daughter, I think probably a couple years into their marriage. I think that Sharon initially meeting James is like, James is going to be going to BYU. He's going to study engineering. They move out there for a while. I mean, like, this is like, this is blue skies, dreams. She's getting out of the quote unquote, her version of a shitty small town that she doesn't want to be in anymore. Right. Heading off to the big city in Salt Lake. And those dreams are quickly dashed when James is like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. He drops out of school and they end up back in Independence, Missouri.
And it's the 50s and she's 60, a baby.
Yeah.
And she's got a baby.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So it's March
Never marry anyone for their potential. Marry them for who they are.
God, snaps.
Right then.
Girl, that is the truth.
It is a fucking... I got burned by it.
We've all been burned by that. I think everyone's been burned by, well, maybe not everyone, but it's me certainly. I definitely fall in love with potential all the time. Like, but is... Yeah.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here because,
gotcha.
James is only 21, right? I mean, he's still a baby himself.
It is 100%. Because I was going to say, like, I don't fault him for deciding he doesn't want to be an engineer anymore, right? Like, because you're young and you can change, you think you want something and then you start down that path and you're like, I will be miserable if I stick with this. So I completely understand that aspect of it. I think getting married at 16, questionable decision. Even in 1950, I'm just like, I'm sorry, you're still a child.
Yeah. I think that too, like, if don't get married, like you said, for potential, and don't get married because you want somebody to take you somewhere. Do your own thing. Amen. Go where you want to go.
Yeah,
live
it was
your life.
And really difficult though for a 16-year-old female in a small town at that time.
It was, in order
she couldn't
to
even
get
have
yourself,
a fucking bank account. You know what I mean?
In order to get yourself out. But I think, Cassie, that is for now. I think that is incredible advice. I think because it's something that I have struggled with my whole life that I am really, 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 really trying to put to the front now as a 35-year-old, almost 36-year-old, 36 when this episode comes out, year-old woman, really trying to prioritize. You need to do what you need to do for yourself first.
Absolutely.
Like, do what you need to do for yourself first. That's going to make you happy. And the rest of it will fall in around it. And if it 100%. Doesn't, then it wasn't necessarily meant to be. And you will be happy anyway, because like you decided to focus on the things that genuinely make you feel good and whole and complete. So good advice. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's now 1960. They're back in Independence. A call comes into the police station. It's Sharon. Sharon's like, oh my God, my daughter he's saying, I heard my daughter from the other room. I was getting ready in the bathroom and I hear my daughter say, how does this work, Daddy? And I hear a bang. I go into the bedroom and my husband, James, is shot in the back of the head. Tragic accident. Her daughter is old enough. Her and her daughter and her husband have played, with fake guns before. He had been cleaning his gun out. It was laying on the pillow beside him.
Can we also say I'm so happy that guns as toys are less of a thing now? Mm-hmm. Do you remember, even growing up, guns as toys?
We had candy cigarettes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You're 100%. Oh God, I love those things. I love those things so much. Where you would blow on them cool. and the powder would come out the end, so it looked like you were smoking. The best. They were, and Big Chew, where it was supposed to be it was gum that was supposed to be like chewing tobacco. Yeah, but I mean, I do think it's so funny. Guns were such a part of our, like, all little boys had toy guns whenever I was a kid. And I don't think that's as big a thing now. And I'm glad, because they're not fucking toys.
No.
Right.
And we shouldn't get that into kids' heads that it's like you can play with them. Anyway.
No, but I'm sorry. Like, just dad's cleaning the gun in the the bedroom, the bathroom,
on the bed.
On the bed.
I absolutely believe this story is bullshit. However, I do want to say, yes.
So Sharon is like, this is what happened. He had gone in to take a rest. He was going to close his eyes for a little bit. He was cleaning his gun, but we were going to go off to like some kind of church social something or other. So she was in the bathroom. He's just
night.
Yeah. He's just
in the middle of cleaning your gun.
just like, taking a little resty.
I'm feeling a little tired. Better curl up with my gun.
So she said, I didn't even know he left his gun out on the bed, but it was apparently laying on the pillow beside it. There's, everything is lining up with the story she's telling. Police are like, that's crazy. Miss Kenny sounds insane, but it has to be that. What else could it be? And they're like, no more questions, Your Honor.
Great.
This is horrible mistake.
Fucking love an old school lazy police department. They're just like, nah, I don't feel like looking into this anymore.
Well, I think that too, they were just kind of like, okay, this is a tragic accident. Also too, it's like a 2.5-year-old. They, how much questioning you can't do to a 2.5-year-old. They don't really want to. The only way that they can do the gun residue test is do like a hot paraffin, and they don't want to do that on a little girl.
Sure. Is this pre-fingerprints?
I don't. No,
right?
No,
like,
of course it wouldn't be.
You can't like get those little fingy prints off that gun.
Oh,
little baby
fingerprints.
I'm
just saying.
What they do, however, is they take a 22 gun, the same type of gun, completely unloaded, and let her hold it to see if she is strong enough to even pull the trigger, and she is. And they're like, okay, well,
yeah, that was my next question. Was like, those things are motherfucking. They're heavy. And it takes a decent amount of hand pressure to pull the trigger. So 2.5 is...
Yeah, apparently she was strong enough to pull the trigger. And they were like, okay, proof enough for us. She could have done it. Sounds good. So they're like, you know what? Tragic accident. We're so sorry. Best wishes.
How many murders do you think people got away with?
Oh,
like
are
1960
still getting away with. Like,
truly.
Honestly,
less so now,
but
though,
like,
I think.
less so now, because like in my story that I just told last week, there's so much like CCTV footage, like all the way through the night. There's like things that are, granted, people are absolutely still getting away with murder, but back then they're just like, yeah, we'll just fucking take your word for it.
Well,
it's fine.
It's like the white lady crying. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
So let's just, whatever we have to say to make her stop crying.
We're going to back on out of here with our cigarettes. And so to top it off, like this is just, it's a really tough time. His family is standing by her. They're very much there because, she's got a granddaughter involved. They want to be, involved in their granddaughter's life. She's awarded a kind of hefty insurance allotment, which in today's money would equal around $230,000, which is quite a hefty amount of money back then. And police really just believe her and file no charges until 2 months later. 2 months later, John Buldis calls the police and says that he had pulled over on the side of the road. He was stopping to relieve himself when he sees a body on the ground. The body is that of Patricia Jones. She's a wife and mother of 2 children. She's found dead with 4 bullet holes on a lover's lane. Oh, no. She's shot by a .22 caliber pistol and a seemingly random location. They bring in her husband for an interview. He works at a local car dealership and has been having an affair with a woman that he met when he sold a car to her. That woman is Sharon. Yep. With her big insurance payout, and the sale of her house, Sharon goes and buys a brand new Thunderbird. She gets more than a car when she's there, though. She starts a relationship with the dealer, Walter Jones.
I have to advise that you don't buy a sports car with your insurance payout from your spouse's death. I just feel like it's a little suspicious looking. Even if you didn't do anything.
To be honest,
right?
1960 Thunderbird is still a pretty big fucking car. So, but it is sportier than.
But whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is a sportier car for sure. Like,
I mean, and if we're talking to anyone, we are talking to you, Cassie. Like you cannot take your. I know you would never hurt Chris. I'm just saying it's going to look a little suspicious if you collect on his life insurance and you go and buy a really fancy ass car.
I'm going to be honest.
I know you love cars.
No, you're right, because I just had this weird awakening moment of like, that is 100% what I would do.
I know. And it would have nothing to do with the fact that like you did anything. It's just you really do love cars. But it looks suspicious. So just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with me and can absolutely be proven it's nothing to do with me. But I end up getting a fancy car and everybody's like, really?
Yeah. They're like, in poor taste.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it would be me. Oh, no. Meanwhile, this is all within like a month or two.
A girl's
her husband died, by the way. Yeah. She also has told Walter he needs to leave his wife and his 2 children because she is pregnant.
Got knocked up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the man who found Patricia is also setting off alarm bells, right? Police are very suspicious that he is deep in Lover's Lane to take a pee. Like, this isn't just like a pull off on the side of the road in the darkened night and just run off into the woods real quick and take a little leak. This is like
a hookup spot.
A hookup spot. Like, people know about this place, right? It's a Lover's Lane. So they're interviewing him and they come to find out that he was there parking. The reason he was back there and found this body is because he was parking with his on-again, off-again girlfriend named Sharon Kinne.
What?
Pardon?
Girl, you... it took me a minute.
I paused.
Girl, Sharon.
Okay.
So Sharon was like, oh, honey, you can't be calling the police with me in the car. I was the last person seen with this girl. I can't be with you when she's found. So he's like, great, I'm going to drop you off and then I'm going to go up to this phone box and call the police and let them know. It's the fucking most wild thing. But it was her idea to go out to this fucking spot in the first place. It's
so she's involved. She's involved with the witness as well as the husband.
Yes.
Oof. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Listen,
it's a lot. It's a lot. This is what I was saying. Like, there's so many things that you're like, what?
Femme fatale.
It's a lot. So they basically are like, okay, they're putting all the puzzle pieces together. They're like, Sharon takes him to the crime scene so that he can, quote unquote, accidentally stumble into this dead body to be found. She had actually called Patricia, Pat, like the day before and was like, I want to meet with you. My sister is hooking up with your husband. He's cheating on you. So she actually has a couple coworkers take her to this meet place. She's like, get in my car. Let's go talk someplace quiet. So she is the last person to be seen with her. Like, all these like incredibly wild circumstantial evidence is like piling up, right?
Yeah.
Police are like, on June 1st, they're like, okay, her husband dies in March. By June 1st, she is now, the police are like, we have enough circumstantial evidence to compel us to take you to court. So they arrest her for Patricia's murder, but also meantime, they're like, what? The story you told us about your husband also seems kind of sus. And so we want to take a little look-see at that as well. And just kind of, dive into it. See if there's any holes we missed, right?
Can I just say pinning a murder on your 2-year-old child is diabolical? Like that is another level of hell. You're
They
gonna
have
have
to.
to
They have to grow up thinking
they
I
killed their
my
dad.
father.
like and they're like, oh well, it was an accident. You were a toddler. I don't give a
But
fuck.
still.
That is a terrible thing,
That's
a terrible
trauma.
weight to put on a child that they have
This
to live
is
with for the rest
insane.
of their fucking life. You monster.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
It takes a real special fucking insane person to do this. So they take her to trial they're going to take her to trial for both. They're taking her to trial for James as well as Patricia. They think they have enough circumstantial evidence to lock it in. So during the trial, they are going to take her to trial for Patricia first. During that trial, it is revealed that the gun, all shoulders, we don't know where the gun is. It's missing. The gun the 22 that she, had in the house that, up and left. It's no longer available. But the previous owner, because she said she lost it, because she did used to have a 22, but she lost it well before Patricia was shot. Don't worry about it. The previous owner of that gun was a pilot, and they were able to track him down. And during the trial, he says that even though he doesn't have any spent bullets, he does know for a fact that he used to do some target practicing and had shot into a stump multiple times with this gun. So they're like, fucking great. We're going to go check this stump for some 22s and see if we can get a match. And so the forensics goes there with their little chainsaw and go at that stump. And while chainsawing into the sections so that they can analyze, the only 22 that they recover is one that has now been sawed in half by their fucking chainsaw. You
gotta be fucking
morons.
kidding me right now. Oh my God. Whoopsie
Girl.
daisy.
Girl, I can't. So it's like a fucking half
like
of
doing
they couldn't even test it.
archaeology with a fucking bulldozer. Like, bro,
Guys, oh my
Guys,
God, girl, it is.
please.
Yes, this. Oh my God. Though she has motive, there's just not enough clear evidence. And of course, it's an all-male jury that find her not guilty of Patricia's
fuck's
death.
sake.
And the
Oh,
courtroom
wow.
erupts in applause.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. If you're Patricia's family, are you not just like, I will go fucking ham on everybody in here?
Yeah. Honestly, the most innocent fucking person in this entire fucking, well, I mean, her husband
than
as
the-
well. Like,
and the
as far as
daughter.
we know,
Yeah,
like, this
yeah.
is just so fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
this is why I was saying there's going to be so much to talk about that is so insane, because the story is so insane that you're like, how in the what?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have such innocent people who are just fucking ripped from life so carelessly without any remorse. Before they take her,
this no chin having bitch.
Show me. Can you put it in the
you're talking
in
about
the
Sharon
camera?
Kinne?
Sharon Kinne.
It's Kinne. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, she is pretty though.
she is pretty. Yeah, I thought she was pretty. But listen, she's a devil. Before they take her to court for James, they try to get John, her boyfriend. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
Mr. Lover's
Oh
Lane.
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
I
get
do.
her to take to get some kind of confession out of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, this girl. You're gonna okay. So here's what they do. They're gonna record a conversation. Yeah, they're gonna record a conversation. They're in her car, and their fucking agent is in the fucking trunk of the car.
You. What was being a police officer in the early 60s? You're just like, okay, he's gonna
like
get in the
there with
trunk.
his sound equipment.
Yeah. He's got his fucking microphone, just holding it above his head.
Just in the fucking trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Trying to listen in.
Jesus.
She absolutely does not give anything away. Of course
No, of
she's
course
not. She's
not.
not that fucking stupid. I mean, she's not very bright, but she's not that fucking stupid. Before the trial, they have John sign a statement that Sharon had offered her or him $1,000 to kill James. And because this is all part of like a story that he was like, yeah, I mean, she had said like, if you want to kill James, I'll give you $1,000. But, I thought she was kidding. And That's exactly what John says on the stand. He flips his whole story and says, I thought she was just joking. I don't think it was real. So
Pardon?
on the stand, the prosecutors, they don't love that he flipped, and they even go for a cross, which you usually can't do even if your witness says something that you don't love. In January, though, of 1962, she is convicted and sentenced to life. After 18 months, the verdict is overturned in appeals court by the grand jury, and they basically are like, yeah, you guys fucked up. There was a problem in the jury. So anyway, cops are not giving up on this bitch. They're like, fuck you. We're taking you down. So they take her to trial again, which results in a mistrial. So they're like, no. So they take her to trial again, hung jury.
Wait, is this for Pamela's death or her husband's?
Her husband.
Patricia. Wait.
So
wow, she's gone three times
for her
so
husband.
Okay.
The first time they said she was guilty. But she got out on appeals. So now they're like, well, we're going to try you again because we're going to do it the right way. Mistrial. So number 2.
I can't believe they kept trying.
Third try.
I'm surprised that they didn't, because
that's
so
your
costly.
tax dollars. Yeah.
Third try. Hung jury. Fourth trial is meant to be held in October, but on September 21st, news spreads that Sharon has actually been arrested in Mexico for a third murder.
Why is she in Mexico? What is happening?
Plot twist. Sharon, what are you doing, girl?
Ma'am, I need you to chill.
Francisco Ordona has been murdered in the high-end hotel in Mexico City where he met Sharon at the bar. She shot him in the back. She claims it was self-defense. He was trying to assault her.
But wait, why?
What was
her
back?
motive?
Yeah.
In
Robbery?
the back. He was trying to assault her with his butt. And but a worker had also gotten shot. She injured a worker on the scene because he tried to like.
But okay, so did she still? What was her motive? Was it robbery? Why did she shoot
We
him?
don't know. No one knows, because what they do find in her room is money. They found a couple guns, and they find 300 rounds of fucking ammunition.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Why?
And a fake ID. They think that this man may have given her a fake ID or something. Maybe that was part of it. We don't know.
Covering her tracks. Okay.
Yeah,
She
who knows?
was going to bounce away from her next trial. She's like, I don't want to leave it up to fate. I'm going to get a fake ID and go down to Mexico.
Probably.
And that guy gave her a fake ID. And then she's like, cover my tracks, shoot you in the back, say it was self-defense.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so Mexican media starts referring to her as La Pistoleria. I am not good at Spanish.
Okay.
So basically, Lady Gunslinger. Among the guns they found were a .22. They spent rounds to be tested in Missouri, and it comes back as a full match to the gun that was used in the murder for Patricia. However, double jeopardy
Oh my God.
prevents Missouri from trying her, but Mexico does not have a problem trying her for the murder of Francisco. So she is sentenced to 13 years in Mexico in a Mexican prison. And 4 years later, in 1969, Sharon is in the prison, and she escapes from prison.
Excuse me?
Wow.
Sorry, that took me a second. She escapes from prison in Mexico. This girl,
prison.
I have to tell you, like, I'm not getting that from her mugshot. I'm not getting escaped from Mexican prison from her mugshot. Like, that is this is a lot. This is a lot,
And in the
babe.
words of Karen Kilgariff, it gets so much worse.
She's got so much energy.
She's a young baby. She's gotten married at 16. So
Wow.
it's 1969. She breaks out from prison. No one hears from her again.
What?
She is
No.
gone. Yes.
Cassie, forever?
No.
Are you serious?
Didn't I just tell you about my unsolved mysteries? So Some speculated that they believed that the family of Kinne's victims may have helped her escape and then possibly buried her up to her neck at an anthill out in the middle of nowhere. This is something that came up. They also speculate, then the most popular theory, of course, is that Kinne fled to Guatemala or another Latin American country. They also assume that if she did that she probably suggests that she probably continued her murder spree because she is very likely a serial killer.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's definitely got no remorse. That she's
total psychopath.
Yeah, doesn't care.
That was the end of the story as of 2025.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay, but
fast forward. Last January 2025, Sharon Kinne is finally found.
Shut your mouth.
Deirdre D. Gallows, as she is known in Taber, Alberta, Canada, is a bridge playing, banana bread baking ex-realtor, according to her former friends and neighbors, said the CBC. D. Gallows came to Taber in 1973 with her husband, Jim Gallows. They owned a local Taber motel before they started working as realtors and opened their own realtor business for Coldwell Banker.
I got to start being more confident. I really do.
Jim died in 1979 at the ripe old age of 38 years old. Dee had been left out of his will, which she of course contested. The death was reportedly a result of diabetes and alcoholism.
I need more information on that, first of all.
Listen, I'm telling you what I do know. Dee went on to marry Willie L. E-L-L. I can't tell if it was E-L-L or E-L-I, the way that it's written.
So L or Eli.
Yeah.
Or
they were married for 30 fucking years until his death at 79 years old in 2011.
What'd he die of?
Old fucking age.
79.
I don't fucking trust anybody. No, listen. I'm like, I don't trust her now. I'm like,
I know. Listen,
she outlives anyone in her life. I'm like, how'd they die? What happened?
In 2023, someone sends an anonymous tip to the Kansas City police that Sharon has been living in Taber under the name D. Gallows. The funeral home where she was fingerprinted, her fingerprints were scanned when she died in 2022, were able to be confirmed that they were the same. The person who had reached out basically told them that they couldn't reach out sooner because they had to wait until she passed away to give this information.
Well, you didn't have to.
What?
But okay.
Whoa.
So that is the fucking insane story.
Yeah.
Insane story of Sharon.
You know, it
Kinne.
is one of those things. I was just having this conversation last night when I went out to dinner where we were talking about watching con artist documentaries and how like interesting that is from a psychological standpoint, because it's just like, how do these people do this?
Confidence.
And
it's in the name.
I do not want to be a psychopath, a con artist. However, do I think there are things to glean in terms of like, you walk through life with enough confidence and you can do it. You can conquer the world.
Yeah.
Truly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you believe that story?
That's
First of all, I
wild.
cannot believe I've never heard of that story.
Me neither.
No.
Yeah. Insane.
And I think probably because I think a lot of people don't know that it's quote unquote solved yet. I think it still kind of lives in this unsolved mysteries land of like,
well,
I don't want to talk about it.
That's the thing that would have brought it back to life is,
Yeah.
you know, like it's solved now. You know?
I mean, as far as solved, it's resolved.
Resolved.
I mean,
Yeah.
the crimes
Yeah, it's
are
true.
I mean,
True,
clear. It's clear that she was the murderer.
but there's
so
never
bad
going to
for
be
her daughter.
justice. Oh my God.
I hope her daughter is living her best life
Me too.
wherever she is.
The family of her that was in Canada, so I think she kind of basically started a new family. I don't know everything, and I don't want to
Honestly,
know, and I don't want to
That
get
daughter
into it. But
getting away from her, or her getting away from her daughter, was probably the best thing to ever happen. To
True.
her.
True
absolutely.
story.
Honestly. Yeah.
And also, by the way, she did have that second child. She really was pregnant by Walter. So she had a baby right before she went to court for Patricia's death. So I'm assuming, I actually have no clue, and I would assume maybe that the Kinne family took both of the girls. I hope. Because it doesn't seem like she gave a shit and just fucking, I mean, she fucked off to fucking Mexico. So
yeah.
You
can't take a baby.
Yeah.
It's conspicuous. Yeah.
It is. It does reek of
a little bit. Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, thank you for finding that and sharing that with us. I never heard anything about it.
Girl, I was like, this is a wild fucking ride. But what a fucking devil of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine you're like, this is your bridge playing granny friend. Like,
no. And that person who was like, look, am I grateful they came forward? Yes. Am I like, well, I had to wait. Did you?
Did you?
She murdered several people.
She murdered 3 people. I mean, that puts her in the position of serial killer.
Yeah.
Like,
you better think about that when you're hanging out with your Meemaw later. Like, you know.
I do regret, not that I think my grandparents had these kinds of skeletons in their closet, but I really do wish, and it's something that I should do with my remaining grandparents, like sitting down with a recorder and having like talking to them, because
the stories.
Grandparent, every member of your family who is older has been through some shit that you know nothing about, and I bet it's fascinating. I hope it's not this fascinating, but I bet it's fascinating.
Yeah. That is the most insane story I've ever heard.
How many people do you think exist like that, though, who are like old and have done some like insane fucking shit?
More than you probably want to know about. Yeah.
I want to know what other crimes she could have been committing during all that time.
No, she definitely, I mean, how'd she get from Mexico to Canada? She's definitely doing shit, like weird, shady shit.
I mean, there's definitely got to be other bodies along the way.
Mexico to Canada with no identification, no money.
She gets married in fucking California.
Yeah.
That's where she marries Dude Face. But like, there's not enough information.
I hate the crimes. Obviously, this person is a sick human being, but there is a certain amount of like tenacity where you're just like, how the fuck did you manage that? Like with nothing, how did you manage to like leave Mexico, go to California, find somebody to marry you, rebuild
like you have to
life?
Go through fucking you have to go through customs.
How'd you do that?
Well, I mean, she apparently was able probably to get a fake ID again. I mean, she's a decent looking woman.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that,
and she looks kind of small. I feel like sometimes whenever you have this like persona where you're just like, I'm just a little lady. You can maybe like get away
especially back in the day.
In the day, especially. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking 1969. Also, too, that's like free love time. You're talking about people who are like, just
nomadic culture was a thing.
Like, I don't have my ID, man. Free love.
Yeah. And probably a lot of people going to Canada to try and escape the Vietnam War. They were probably, if she went to California, there were probably a lot of people going to Canada, and she probably, figured out how they were doing it.
I do think though that somebody who is that diabolical, I mean, I didn't obviously go into a lot of the details of the murder of Patricia, but 4 gunshot wounds. It was an ugly.
Oh no,
ugly
she's like
scene. It was
absolutely
a really
not
diabolical scene.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like not only does she have to figure out how to, but she's fooling people her entire life.
Absolutely.
I mean,
not trying to glamorize her at all. Like absolutely not trying to like.
I don't think you are.
No. Yeah.
I just think that this is so layered, and there's so much missing to the story that makes me be like, what else don't we know?
Right. Right.
Oh, and she definitely has more crimes we don't know about for sure.
I 100% believe that. Yeah.
You can't go that long in your life as someone who's already killed 3 people.
And gotten away with it for the most part.
man, I'm sorry, diabolical to the end. You fucking didn't tell anybody. You didn't admit to your crimes. You didn't confess. You didn't come clean. You sat on those crimes and baked fucking banana bread and played bridge.
Also,
like
I'm
you
sorry,
were
I
allowed
know
to
her
have some
second
kind of normal
husband.
fucking life.
I know her second husband was old, but she outlived them both. So I need her second Canadian husband. So I need them to tell me cause of death on both those people.
Yeah. Well, the
Both of them.
cause of death on the first one was apparently complications of diabetes and
Yeah,
addiction.
see, I'm not. I need more.
Yeah.
I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. That's what happens when you've killed multiple people. Then people around you die, and I don't trust you. It's a boy
But I
who
think
cried
that-
wolf situation.
So here's the thing: people are either going to are still trying to like put pieces together and take a look at who she was during this time that we didn't know. It's either going to be like this, or it's just going to go into the atmosphere of nothing, and we never hear another thing about this.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and it's just happened, right? We just found out in the last few years, right? This is all kind of coming together now.
I'm just saying, if I was the family of one of one of her husbands in Canada, I'd be like, could we just double check that real quick?
It's going to be citizen
Detectives.
people like on Reddit or whatever that are into it that start
That's a really good
into
idea.
it.
Is check Reddit.
Yeah. I
need to
bet
think
you
about that.
anything. Yeah.
I wonder if there's more information.
Yeah.
Just now.
True.
On there.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, what are you guys watching this week?
Gosh.
Well, this is an old movie, but I was looking for something kind of like campy horror to watch, like in the same vein as Megan type thing. I was just like, I just want something that's like a horror-ish but fun. And so I watched Abigail, which is, have you heard of that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So Abigail is the one where it's like they kidnap, like it's a crew and they kidnap a young girl who's a ballerina, and it turns out she's a vampire.
Yes, I remember that one.
I had a good time. That was fun. I don't want to give anything away, so like move forward 15 seconds if you're worried about that. But I know you'll appreciate this. So surprise Matthew Good for literally like one scene.
Random.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did enjoy that movie. Would recommend if you're a horror fan who is wanting something lighthearted because the world is hard.
Yeah.
I'd recommend.
Nice. I've been watching New Girl as my fun light thing.
Nice.
It's very, very calming to get into just wacky hijinks from the early or mid 2000s. I think it was like 2011 or 12.
Something like that, yeah.
Back when things were still very optimistic. So that's been nice.
I just watched a stand-up special that made me think of Christina, and I feel like Christina.
Is it the dude with the curly hair? Chris, what's his face?
Fleming.
Yeah, it's on our
Oh my
list.
God,
Was it
people
good?
keep
you watch
talking
it?
about that.
There is literally a bit in there that I can't remember exactly. There's like a word, and I was like, oh my God, I literally want to watch this one bit with Christina.
Oh, dude, I'm totally going to watch
Oh my
it.
gosh, I want to watch it too. Everybody's been talking about it.
Everybody's
I keep
been talking
hearing
about
people
it,
talking
yeah.
about it. Okay.
Yeah. Mark
Definitely gonna
Maron
watch
was
it.
like, this is like comedy is back. Like he's like,
Comedians are saying that. That's why I'm like, they're
Yes.
like, this is unlike, that's a completely unique style of comedy.
so weird. He's so weird and funny. I saw the Lin-Manuel Miranda thing on TikTok, and I was like, I got to see this guy's stand-up. It's so fucking funny.
Okay.
I can't wait.
All right. I'm
gonna watch that
definitely
for
watching
sure.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a fucking comedy bit on TikTok the other day that made me like almost pee my pants. And I feel so bad because I forget who the comedian was, but he was talking about 9/11. Oh my God. Fucking, he's like, who here wasn't alive during 9/11? And there was like cheers in the crowd. People were like, woo. And they were like, so he's asking, he's like, what did they teach in school or whatever? She goes, we actually did a play about it. He's like,
Shut your fucking mouth.
and I guess this play is called Their Eyes Were Watching. So I have to look up. I have to know more about this 9/11 play that they're teaching people in school, or having middle school people do about 9/11. And I also felt mega old.
I mean,
Yeah.
But he was like,
We were doing Mayflower plays and Pirates of Penzance.
but at the same time, it's like, look, I still think it's weird. We weren't doing plays about D-Day.
I know.
Okay. We weren't doing Pearl
weird.
Harbor
That's what I'm
plays. It's
saying.
fucking weird. Like, why are we doing a 9/11
like,
musical?
what?
This is fucking weird.
He goes, what was the play about? And she's like, well, it was about perspective. And he's
What
like,
does that mean?
what does that mean? And she was like, he goes, so who played Osama bin Laden? Did you have any like brown people at your school? And she was like, well, he was like absent. He's like, he was absent that day, wasn't he?
Oh, girl, as a token brown in a sea of white in my middle school and high school experience, I have to tell you, fuck that. Fuck that so fucking hard.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, I'll give kudos. You know what? I'm going to give a gold star to those comedians that are rising above manosphere. We can't joke about anything bullshit and actually putting funny shit out into the world.
That shit's not funny. I hold out hope that we are moving beyond that.
Yeah.
And that the only people who really subscribe to that kind of comedy are a very specific group of hurt
niche
men.
weirdos.
Yeah, who subscribe to that because
anything.
it's not
nowadays.
really
You can't
fucking
even make
funny.
a joke.
Evolve as a comedian, you
Yeah.
loser. Like,
You're just not good at your job, then, bro.
yeah, there's
maybe you
so
just
many
suck.
funny comedians. Nate Bergantz is hilarious. Like,
Oh,
there,
yeah.
Joshua, what's his face from? God, what's his
goes
name?
like-
Joshua Johnson. What's his name? I sent you the thing where he was talking about the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Made me laugh so hard. I saved it because he's just like, there's only a certain kind of person who's upset about Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many really funny comedians out there. We do not have to subscribe to this.
Yeah, we don't have to support or even think that it's just like you can be funny and still be sensitive. You know what I mean? To like,
Yeah.
you
I will
and
say-
here's the thing: it's like we used to say some wild ass shit in our childhood that we
weird-
cannot
yeah,
get away with
Jesus.
now.
As a
But that's-
millennial, oh my God.
yeah,
like,
but
The R word. We said that
learn
all the time.
all the time. That was
I will tell
literally
you,
like
I
what
hear
I
a
called my
lot of-
brother daily.
I hear a lot of Gen Z say that
it's
word.
coming back. It's coming back, and it makes me very
hateful.
uncomfortable. I don't like it.
It's weird. I'm like, I had to unlearn that word so hard, and now I'm like, I hear it, and I'm like, ah.
No, it's I don't know if that's like modern equivalent of edgelord shit, where they just want to say something that feels inflammatory or
Right.
what it is. But
My intern said it the other day, and I was like,
No.
and she's said it multiple times, and it's like,
did you were you like, why are you saying that?
it shocks me every time. She's Italian, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
Sicilian, and so I'm just like, I'm like, it's just coming out in a way that it's like, it's definitely not edgelordy. She's not that kind of girl. She's very
No, it's just like
very-
part of the vernacular.
yes,
for her.
exactly.
Interesting.
It's very much just kind of part of the vernacular again, which is very bizarre
It
to me.
literally makes me, when I hear it, it makes me like jump.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's jarring
Yeah.
to hear for me
It
now.
is.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you're one of those comedians or whatever that's like that says those kind of slurs or whatever, well, then you're just telling me that you're bad at your job and you're lazy and that you
Yes.
can't like think
So
of
lazy.
anything else except for things that may have been punchlines 25 fucking years ago.
Yeah. Because it's not
Yeah.
funny. Like I
No.
just, yeah.
It's punching down.
Yeah.
It's very much punching down.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Anyways,
Gonna
if-
watch that though. That
Yes.
sounds
Yes.
amazing, Cassie.
If you guys have something that we should watch, if you have a terrible date story, if you just want to reach out and tell us if our predictions were correct, you can go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much.
Cheers.